Guys, hold on tight, because Suzuki has just done the unthinkable. The legendary VanVan 200 is officially back for 2026, and it's bigger, bolder, and more badass than ever before. This isn't just another motorcycle, this is a time machine on two wheels. The VanVan 200 from Suzuki has always been about freedom, fun, and a fat tire attitude that screams retro cool. But in 2026, it's been reborn, with a completely new design, a modern engine, and tech that will make your jaw drop. So today, let's dive deep into the 2026 new Suzuki VanVan 200, the bike that's bringing old-school soul with next-gen power. The legend returns, a short history of the VanVan. Before we talk about the 2026 model, let's take a quick ride down memory lane. The original Suzuki VanVan made its debut way back in the 1970s, a small scrambler-styled bike with chunky tires that could go literally anywhere. It wasn't built for speed, it was built for fun. The VanVan became a cult classic. Beach riders loved it, campers adored it, city commuters admired its style. Fast forward to 2003, Suzuki revived the VanVan 125 and 200, giving it a modern twist but keeping that same playful, rugged, adventurous soul. And now, in 2026, Suzuki has done it again. But this time, they didn't just bring it back, they reimagined it for a new generation. 2026 redesign overview, old soul, new skin. Alright, let's talk about what everyone's been waiting for, the design. The 2026 VanVan 200 is an absolute visual masterpiece. Suzuki has gone for a perfect balance of retro nostalgia and futuristic aggression. At first glance, you'll notice that signature fat rear tire, it's still there, wider and tougher than ever. The bike keeps that low-slung stance, but with sharper body lines and a beefier tank. The front end gets a round LED headlamp with a halo DRL ring, classic meets cutting edge. The instrument cluster, fully digital, but styled in a circular retro gauge look, like the past and future shook hands, and those colors. Suzuki is offering it in matte titanium gray, candy red, and a desert sand edition that looks like it just rolled out of Mad Max. From the thick seat to the chunky tires, everything screams, ride me anywhere, be it sand, snow, or city. Engine and performance, power with soul. Now let's talk about what's hiding beneath that vintage tank, the heart of the beast. The 2026 VanVan 200 comes with a 199cc single-cylinder, fuel-injected, SOHC, air-cooled engine, producing around 18 horsepower and 17 Nm of torque. Now you might think, that's not crazy fast, but this bike was never about top speed. It's about that grunty, smooth, controllable torque that makes off-road cruising and beach riding effortless. The power delivery is linear, buttery smooth, and packed with low-end punch, perfect for both beginners and experienced riders. The engine has been refined with Suzuki's eco-performance technology, reducing vibrations and improving heat dissipation. And yes, it now meets Euro 5+ emission standards, making it cleaner and more efficient. Expect a top speed of around 130 km per hour, and a comfortable cruising speed at 100, ideal for relaxed adventures. Suspension and ride comfort, the king of smooth. This is where the VanVan 200 has always been a winner. Suzuki knows that comfort isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. The 2026 model features telescopic front forks with increased travel and a rear monoshock setup, tuned for both city streets and off-road terrain. Those iconic balloon tires are not just for looks, they're functional beasts. The 180mm rear tire offers unmatched grip on sand, gravel, and wet roads. Whether you're gliding through city traffic or exploring a mountain trail, the suspension absorbs every bump like a dream. And let's not forget that ultra-comfortable seat, wide, flat, and perfectly padded for long rides. It's like riding on a sofa that can climb hills. Technology and features, retro looks, modern brain. Now here's where Suzuki really flexes its 2026 tech muscles. The new VanVan 200 now packs ride-by-wire throttle, a fully digital instrument cluster, and Bluetooth connectivity for navigation, call alerts, and even music control. You also get dual-channel ABS, LED lighting all around, and a USB-C charging port neatly hidden near the handlebar. Suzuki has also introduced a new Smart Assist mode, which prevents stalling for beginner riders, a small detail that makes a huge difference. The new digital display is minimal yet functional: speed, gear position, fuel, trip meter, Bluetooth, and even a maintenance alert indicator. Every feature feels natural, not forced. Suzuki didn't try to make the VanVan a gadget, they made it a better companion. Design and aesthetics, built to be noticed. Let's be honest, half the reason we love the VanVan is because it looks incredible. The 2026 edition keeps that soul intact, that laid-back scrambler vibe that says, "I'm cool without trying." The round headlamp, wide handlebars, fat tires, and short rear fender create a perfectly balanced silhouette. And here's the fun part, Suzuki is offering custom accessory kits straight from the factory. You can choose between Adventure Pack, Skid Plate, Hand Guards, Off-Road Pegs, Urban Pack, Side Bags, Phone Mount, USB Fast Charger, Beach Pack, Surf Rack and Waterproof Luggage. It's not just a bike, it's a lifestyle statement. Everywhere you park it, people will turn their heads. Fuel efficiency and range, built for long fun. One of the biggest surprises with the 2026 VanVan 200 is just how efficient it is. The new engine tuning and lighter chassis help it deliver over 40 km per liter, depending on riding conditions. With a 7.5-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a total range of around 300 km on a single fill-up. That means you can cruise all weekend without worrying about gas stations. Whether you're commuting or camping, the VanVan has your back. Price and launch details, the shocking part. Now let's talk about the number everyone's waiting for, the price. The 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200 is expected to be priced around $4,999 USD, or roughly 4.2 lakh rupees in India, 165,000 Thai bahts in Thailand, and 300,000 pesos in the Philippines. For what you get, this is absolutely insane value. The launch is set for early 2026, starting in Japan, followed by global rollout in Southeast Asia, Europe, and later North America. Pre-bookings are already rumored to open online through Suzuki's official website and select dealers. Competitors comparison, can it beat the TW200? Alright, time to face the rivals. The biggest rival to the VanVan has always been the Yamaha TW200. Both share that fat tire DNA, rugged look, and adventure spirit. But here's where the 2026 VanVan steals the show: it's lighter, smoother, more refined, and packed with better electronics. Compared to the TW200's carbureted engine, the VanVan's fuel-injected system gives crisper throttle response and better mileage. It also faces competition from the Honda XR150L, but again, the VanVan's retro appeal and comfort are unmatched.